Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me today for day 21 of the UK lockdown, where I'm currently up, out and about at a sparrow's fart, as I like to say. As many people know out there, I always enjoy coming out first thing in the morning and taking my daily exercise when there's not many people around. And it's always nice to bring you guys along for the ride. So, folks, I've changed tack this morning. I've come into a little wooded area. I've got off the main path, and I'll just show you where I'm currently walking around, and then I'll explain why I've come into this area. Now, there's a number of reasons why I've chosen to come in here this morning and not stick to my usual route. And the reason for that is I have noticed more people milling about this morning than usual. Probably because normally this would be Bank Holiday Monday and people would take an early morning walk anyway. That's probably the reason there's more people out this morning. Besides, it being pretty decent weather. The second reason I've come in here, as you could probably hear there in that moment of silence, it's a little bit windy this morning, a little bit of a chilly wind, so number one, I'd be walking into it if I stuck to the main track. But mainly I've come in here because I want it to act as a windbreak so that the wind doesn't get captured onto the old camera. I'm still using the inbuilt microphone on the camera. I've not managed to rig up that external mic yet, but I am working on it, Hot Potters. The third reason is I'm hoping that I'll come across that deer while I'm walking through here, and I'll manage to capture it on camera for you, because I've been promising that, haven't I? So those are the reasons I'm in here today and not out on the main track. I've had a bit of a disaster this morning, just as I was setting up, getting ready to start this vlog. Unfortunately, I heard a plasticky snap, and I thought, what's that? Anyway, it turns out that the selfie stick that I used to hold the camera on, it's snapped, it's come off. So I'm going to have to effect an emergency repair with some super glue when I get in. Luckily, I've been able to balance the camera onto the selfie stick, and it may just hold out whilst I do this vlog, but if I disappear, you'll know what's happened. So, folks, day 21 of the UK lockdown, and it's a bit of a milestone, this one, because not only does it mark 3 full weeks being on lockdown, it's the end of that initial 3-week period, isn't it, of this lockdown period, which we've all been warned is now going to be extended. I think they're having a big meeting, aren't they, on Thursday, and then they'll tell us just how long it's going to extend for. Be interesting to see if they have the balls to just tell us the full distance that they're intending to go, whether it be, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks in some cases. I think I read in the Daily Express, which you can take with a healthy pinch of salt. But they've said the 25th of May will be when these lockdown restrictions will be lifted, according to the source. An unnamed source in Whitehall who doesn't wish to be identified. That's usually code for I've made this up as a journalist, isn't it? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the government will actually come out with, the full amount, or whether they'll just keep dangling a carrot, and it'll be a bit like a Nigerian scam where if you just pay a little bit more, these thousands will be yours, That's how it feels at present, isn't it? Our freedom's being dangled in front of us. But I suppose it's for the greater good. Now, a big thank you to everybody who commented on yesterday's vlog regarding vaccines. I posed the question that when vaccines come out and they're developed, will you be the first in the queue to get one? Or will you wait a while before you consider getting one? Or do you intend never having one? And it seems more people are sort of erring on the side of caution, as is Mr H regarding this. And you'll wait and see how it goes before you go and have your vaccination. I think with myself, to just clarify my position, it's not as I believe any conspiracy theory, that they're putting something into the vaccine or whatever it be that's doing the rounds at present. It's more, my fear is that because there's pressure from the people on the government, who in turn are putting pressure on industry, the industry may cut corners, and they may even fly by the seat of the pants a little bit in order to get the vaccine out there to people. So I'm waiting to see how that one develops when it comes out. As I won't be the first in the queue, I'll be honest, and that's my reason for it. My fear is that industry will cut corners in developing and releasing the vaccine where normally they would probably wait a while, you know. That's my thoughts on it anyway. Also a big thank you to everybody out there who commented previously when I said I was having problems with my broadband. Now what's been happening, I've found that over the past couple of days my broadband speed has just like dropped, mainly the upload speed. Not been too bad on download speed, but upload is just zapped. And it turns out, Hot Potters, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. That is what my broadband speed is. You know, I'm getting what I'm paying for. Now, some have said, why don't you upgrade? You know, get fibre if it's in your area. Unfortunately, I'm in the impoverished category when it comes to broadband. And I didn't realise how poor my broadband was until making these vlogs. Because what my normal mode is I would make a video during the day, I would take it home and I would edit it in the evening, probably balancing my tea on my lap, you know, and then I would upload it at night when I'm in bed. I'd just set it off uploading and away to go. And then when I woke up in the morning, I'd titivate the title a little bit and the description and then make it live. That's been my normal way of doing things. But with a vlog, you can't do that. You've got to get it out the same day. You know, you've got to make it, edit it, and get it out there. There's no point releasing day 13's vlog on day 19, is there? And then calling them daily vlogs. So I've only realised, because I've been making these, how impoverished I am when it comes to broadband. But the infrastructure is not in my area at this moment in time, so I'm stuck with what I've got. The only thing I can probably do is look for a better deal, maybe, and get what I'm currently paying, get that bill reduced a bit. But a big thank you to everybody who's given their advice. By far the best advice that I had was from two people. Grumpy Old Gits Reads, which she's a fella legally licence-free person, and another legally licence-free person, non-road user, who just simply gave me the best advice, which was, have you tried turning it on and off, Mr H? And to my great shame, I hadn't, non-road user. I did do that, and I let it reset overnight, and it did speed it up a little bit. I'm currently playing about with some old routers that I haven't seen if I can squeeze a little bit more bandwidth out of it, but I don't think I'm going to get it much better, to be honest. Anyway, enough of my broadband problems. How are you all coping? How are you all doing? I hope you're all well, and I hope you're all in good spirits as always. Just got caught on a branch there, Hot Potters. I think I'll leave that one in, and just to show you that I don't go too overboard when it comes to editing. Yeah, the old selfie stick got caught on a branch there. Luckily, it didn't knock the camera off. So, folks, like I said, how are you all doing? I hope you're all in good spirits. And what little things and what ways of your life changed that you will continue with when this lockdown period is over with? You know, that's an interesting question. For example, I'm coming out in the morning, taking daily exercise, which I feel better for. I actually feel better for. I'm not saying it's improved my health, you know, my size or anything like that, massively, but just coming out taking regular exercise has improved my mental health as well. So I think I will continue with this habit once the lockdown period is over with, or certainly until the weather changes, and then I'll start making excuses like everybody else will probably. But yeah, what good things have come out of this for you personally? I mean, the way we shop, I don't think now if I just needed one or two items, such as a bottle of milk and a loaf of bread, that I would go straight to my default, which was always nip into the supermarket. I would probably go to a corner shop, which has a good effect, doesn't it? It means you're supporting a local business and you're not hanging about in a supermarket. All right, you'll have to probably pay a couple of pence more per item, but that's just the way it goes. So those are some good benefits of the lockdown period that I've experienced and I will be continuing with. But what are yours as always? Anyway, folks, we're now coming up to the old magic 10-minute mark, and this is the moment where I'll be ready to wrap this video up and shuffle off, get back home and repair this selfie stick ready for day 22. So, folks, I think I'll do that now. So until the next time, stay safe as always. You know, I hope you'll continue keeping in good spirits, and you'll keep your spirits up even though this period is going to extend. And as always, it is bye-bye for now.